Welcome to Mr. R's art class. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thumbs, subs, and ring that bell.
Alright, so for this video, I'm going to show you how to draw inside Microsoft Word. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to go over to Microsoft Word, and one way to get there is to go down to this bottom search field in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, and you're going to go ahead and inside that one search field, you're going to type in Word, W-O-R-D, and you're going to go ahead and click on the app. Okay, from there, you're going to go ahead and click on blank document. You're going to click on blank document. Then from there, you're going to go ahead and you could play with these little zoom tools down here in the bottom right-hand corner. So it's going to be this bottom right-hand corner right here. You could use the zoom tool. Okay, and that'll help you zoom in if you're drawing something really detailed. And then you can also zoom out so you can see the orientation or the direction of your piece of paper. So one thing that you could do is change the direction of that piece of paper. You can come over here to where it says layout on the fifth tab from the top here. So we got file, home, insert, draw, design, and layout. So we're going to go over here to where it says layout, click on layout. Then over here, we're going to click on orientation. So orientation is the direction that your piece of paper is sitting in. So we're going to go over here to where it says landscape. Currently, our piece of paper is sitting in front of us in portrait mode. So we want to change it to landscape. Okay, so it's going to go ahead and change the direction. Like I said, you could zoom in here using this function down at the bottom right-hand corner. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to where it says draw. So we're currently on layout. We want to go over here about 2 tabs to the left and click on draw. Now you can use any of these tools here that are available, but you have to make sure that you click on this button that says draw. So you could use your stylus, right? Your stylus, the pen tool that came with your laptop, you could use that. You could use your finger if you don't have access to your stylus right now, right? So we're just getting used to drawing on our tablets. Right, instead of using paper, we could actually draw on the tablet itself. So we have these different tools up here. You can see on the screen, I'll click from the crayon to the highlighter, to the pen, to the marker. And I'm on this tool here, and that's highlighted in blue. And if I want to change the width of the pen, I could do that there, right? Or if I want a thin mark and I still want to use that tool, you can slide it all the way to the left. And you can also change the color here too. So what I want you guys to do, what I want everyone to do is I want you to draw at least 3 stick figures or 3 stick animals using any of these tools here, but I want them to be 3 different colors. So if you used this color here, yellow, and you made one stick figure, try using another tool using a different color, right? So in order to access these colors here, you would click on the tool, right, in order to select it, but then you have to click it one more time to bring down those colors. You can also use some of these effects if you want to. There's also some more options here to select different colors, right? So there's a whole spectrum of colors there. So same thing with this highlighter over here to the right. You could click on it to select it, but then you have to click it on one more time to bring up the colors. You could change the width of the highlighter to make it a little bit wider, a little bit thinner. Then you also have the option to change the colors of the highlighter itself. If you do make a mistake, there is an eraser tool. You have to select it and then erase your mistake. Okay, so all we're doing today is 3 different stick figures or 3 different animals, and they have to be 3 different colors. Okay. Now what you want to do is we want to save that file. We want to save that file. So what we're going to do is we're going to minimize this right now. So all you have to do, there's an X, there's a square, and then there's a line, a dash mark. So we're going to go ahead and minimize this. It's just going to go to the bottom of our screen down here. It's still going to be there. Okay, and there's 2 ways, right? So we're going to try to get into our folder. We want to make a folder for that specific assignment. So what we're going to do is we have to try to locate that folder, right? So we already made a folder for the academic year, for the semester year. So let's go over here to this PC, and we put it in documents. So we're going to click on documents. Then we're going to try to locate our academic year, which is 2020 to 2021. And this is still just the first semester, so semester 1. And then this will be for period 4. So we're going to click on that. So we're going to right click on the bottom right side of the trackpad there. And if you only click once, you want to make sure you actually click once. You want to actually physically click on the trackpad once, and this menu will pop up, and you can scroll down to where it says new and over to where it says folder. So that's one way to create a folder. Right, we're just going to create 3 folders here. 3 folders, and I'm just going to show you 3 different ways of how to create a new folder. So that was one way. So you call this one week 1, and I'm going to show you another way to create a folder. So if you go up here to the top of this window, this browser, you're going to go ahead and hover over this little icon that looks like a folder, and if you hover over it, it says new folder. So you can just click on that. That's another way to create a folder. And one more way is clicking over here where it says home, and you have the new folder button there as well, and you can create a folder that way. But a shortcut, it would be holding down the control key, holding down the shift key. So holding them down, you're just not pressing them, and then the letter N as in Nancy, or as in new, right? So new folder. So that was your fourth bonus way of how to create a folder. So what we're gonna do, this is still week 1. We're gonna go ahead and select week 1, click on week 1, and we're gonna create a folder. So any of those 4 ways, right? So you could right click, bottom right click. You're only clicking it once, the bottom right hand corner once, and scrolling over to where it says new. And you're gonna call this one assignments. Clicking on assignments, we're gonna go inside the assignments folder. Now from there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create another folder. Let's do it a different way. Let's go over here to the top corner, right? Or any of those other ways that you learned how to make a folder. And you're gonna call this one Microsoft Doodle. And so remember, I use the underscores. Try to avoid using spaces, right? So if you're gonna get into coding, if you get into computer programming, you wanna avoid using spaces. So Microsoft Doodle, right? So now that folder is created, right? So we could go over back to Microsoft Word. Let's go over to back to Microsoft Word. The document's still open. You just have to click on the icon down at the bottom. Okay, and let's just pretend that this has your doodles in here. Okay, so you have your 3 drawings, your 3 stick figures, and your 3 different colors of stick figures or animals. All right, so let me just go back home real quick, and let me just type in the word doodle. So Microsoft. All right, so that I know that it's that file. So then we're gonna go ahead up here to the top left-hand corner where it says File. Click on that, and you want to click on Save As. We want to click on Save As so that we can actually figure out where we're saving this file. So you click on Save As. You could click on this PC or Browse. You might even have some folders over here popping up on the right-hand side, but you might not because we haven't used these laptops a whole lot. So you could click on this PC, right? That sounds familiar. Right now you're trying to locate the folder. So what we're doing is we're trying to locate where we want to save this Microsoft Doodle. So over here it would be the academic year. Then we have 2 semesters here, right? So we want to save in semester 1. And let me go back here because I clicked on the wrong folder. So if you need to go up 1 level, right? So I did make a mistake. I went into period 1. What you could do is go up over here to this arrow and it'll take you up 1 level. So I did make a mistake. I clicked in period 1. Let's go back over here, right? So we have our periods done over here. All right, and we're gonna make this for period 4. So there we are down there. You'll have to click once, it looks like. And week 1 there, assignments, and Microsoft Doodle, right? Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to name this file so that we're maybe able to locate a lot quicker, a lot faster inside of our search bar if we ever need to. Instead of going through all those folders and files, we could search for this file over here in the bottom left-hand corner. So what we want to do is we want to name this according to our last name. Okay, first name, and then the document file. So Microsoft. Okay, so again, it's your last name, underscore, first name, and then document name. Right, so in this case, the document name would be Microsoft. You could do an underscore, so it's shift and then the dash mark. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. So make sure it's your last name and your first name there. I'm going to go ahead and click and save, but you want to do it in this format here, okay? Go ahead and click save. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go over the teams. Let's go over to teams here. And let's go to the proper teams. And you want to locate period 4. So click on period 4. Then you want to go over to where it says assignments. Make sure when you're going to the assignments folder that you're in the general tab, right? So we have new channels over here on the left-hand side. We have the live class and discussion, we have Q&A, we have FMS Spirit, and then we have student support. So make sure on the left-hand side over here, you're in the general tab, click on assignments, and then you should see the Microsoft Doodle assignment there. So you want to click on the paperclip button, you'll locate the file, and then there'll be a turn in button on the top right after you attach the file. So it'll ask you to locate the file once you click on the paperclip button, and then you'll click on the turn in button and it'll say turned in. There'll be an animation, and that's how you'll know you turned in the assignment. So if you have any questions of how to create a Google Doodle, how to save the file, how to upload it on Teams, go ahead and let me know.
Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And feel free to watch any of the other related videos.